Okay, so we're recording. We're going to get started here. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Dr. Marianne Premek, and many of y'all are returning. Want to thank and some of you are new, so welcome if you haven't been here before. Thank you to the Leesburg Library and to the Friends of the Library. We're going to be enjoying a chair yoga practice today. So you want to try to find a comfortable seat where you have about an arm's length so that you can move. You might, high five your friend there. But yeah, generally speaking, we want to have the ability to move our body with about the space of our arm's length between us. And it's preferable if you can find a chair that doesn't have arms on it, so that you have lots of the ability to move your arms fully here. I use blocks under my feet, so that's always an option for you if you want to get some books to put under your feet or some other prop. This is what a block looks like, so it's about this much of a lift, or you don't need it. And then I always recommend staying hydrated. So I'll go ahead and get in my seat and we'll get started with the practice. Thank you so much for joining with me today. We're going to start the practice just by getting centered into the present moment. Focusing on the breath here, coming into awareness of the breath. Maybe finding a comfortable seated position and just settling the body here, settling the mind. Breath in and out through the nose here. If you'd like to set an intention for practice today, that's always an option. That intention might be to practice gratitude. It might be to stay in the present moment. It might be just that you're here practicing and your intention is to be here throughout the entire practice, or you don't need to set any intention at all. I'll be giving you some choices throughout the practice. Some of those choices might include using a towel underneath your knee to help you lift your leg. So if the practice is new for you, that might be something you want to have handy. Other than that, easy access to hydration or blocks if you need it is something to assist you when you want to lift your leg and extend your arms, like a little dish towel. That could be helpful. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's start with the head today. So go ahead and place the right ear towards the right shoulder. And breathe into that stretch. Maybe feeling all along the side of the neck. Maybe into the back, into the left shoulder. Noticing any sensations here. Go ahead and extend the left arm. And you can start to do some small rotation here. Everything, all the moves I'm offering you today are suggestions. You're the expert on your own body. I would encourage you never to come to pain at the most challenging discomfort. If something feels painful, back off. Go ahead and take that movement the other direction. And gently bring that left hand back to the left thigh. Continue to allow the left shoulder to sink down the back. Allow the right ear to see if it can drop any further towards the right shoulder. Go ahead and take the right hand, place it on top of the head, just gently. And rest it there. And breathe. Noticing any sensations here, coming into that awareness of the breath, trying to build and generate that awareness as we go throughout the practice. And then we'll go ahead and take the right hand and just press gently up on the right side of the head to straighten the head. And so the neck is in alignment with the back here. Bring the right hand down and check in with that breath. Check in with your spinal alignment, noticing any differences from one side of the body to the other. Continuing to breathe. And now we're going to allow the left ear to sink towards the left shoulder. Breathing here. Maybe feeling a stretch all the way down the neck into the shoulder. The right shoulder blade sinks down the back. Breathing. Noticing any sensations. Trying to become aware of any places you might hold tension. If you haven't got yourself on mute, go ahead and take a moment to mute, please. All right, and from here, we're gonna extend the right arm. And we're just gonna make little circles here. And go ahead and bring those circles the other way. Your movement may not look exactly like mine. When you're ready, bring that right hand back in towards the right thigh. Continue to bring the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Hopefully feeling a nice stretch along the neck, the line of the neck that connects to the shoulder. And then we'll bring the left hand to the side of the head and gently press up. Oops, I forgot one thing. Let that head go back down slowly. Thank you. Bring that hand on top of the head. Into that. And then gently press that head back into alignment with the spine. And bring the chin down here.
Marianne, we can't hear.
Okay, thank you. It's not muted.
I can hear you when you're up close,
Okay,
but when you're back there, it's like a whisper.
okay. I'm gonna tap this for a second. I'm not sure if this is a speaker. Can y'all hear that tapping? Is that loud? Okay. Can you hear me through this? So if I step back, are you able to hear me better now? Yeah, I'm seeing thumbs up. Okay. So I'm going to try to practice with this closer to me. we'll work with it. We'll make it work. Okay. All right. Thank you for letting me know. When I have it set down, can you hear me? Like, I'm going to try to set it on the ground and see if you can still hear me. Does that work? Still thumbs up. Okay, cool. That's easier than trying to hold it. So, all right, here we go. So we were doing, the head was back in alignment with the spine. I apologize for the technical difficulties. We'll continue to work through them. Thank you so much for letting me know. The chin is going to come down here. And coming back into the breath in the present moment. Bringing the focus back to the breath. And then we're going to do a slow head roll here. So really gentle with the neck. You don't have to go very far back with the head. I would just slowly warm up to that head going kind of back. If that feels intense, then you can always move in other ways that aren't so circular. So just turning the head instead. We're going to practice that too. But if the circular movement doesn't work, you can always just look one way and the other way. All right, now let's switch directions. Bring it around. Maybe one more time. And chin back down to chest. Then lift the chin, and we're going to try just looking one direction, facing forward, and the other direction. Noticing any sensations here. Bringing that awareness to the breath. Moving at your own pace.
Hello, Mother. Say hi to the teacher. Say hi. No, she doesn't see me. I just need to find.
Yeah, I think we need to, some people are, maybe need to mute themselves. So go ahead.
Outside is working.
All right.
It's not seeing me. So down.
So let's go ahead and start to roll the shoulders back. How about two more times here? And then roll yourself forward with those shoulders. Nice work. All right, how about two more here? Okay, shoulders come to rest. And we're going to do some cat-cow here. So on the cat, we bring the belly button in towards spine and we start to kind of cave inward. The cow brings the chest out, and this is where we could take an in-breath, and then this would be the exhale. So moving those shoulders, the chest, the center of the body, coming into cat-cow here. Trying to time that movement with the breath to come into one breath and one movement. So exhaling on cat, inhaling on cow, moving in a flow. may not look exactly like my flow, it's your own flow. So move that way with your body. And if you need to mute your microphone, please go ahead and do so because we're hearing some feedback. All right, here about 2 more times here. Cat and cow. All right, and then go ahead and come to rest, checking back in with that breath. Getting a little bit warmed up here, so I'm going to take off my sweatshirt. Feel free to make yourself comfortable. Take a sip of water if you need to. Okay. Coming back to the present moment if you've wandered off. From here, we're going to do some shoulder work. So we're going to be touching the elbows and the wrist and bringing it around. So if you've taken my class before, this is one of the moves I often do. If it's your first time, the intention is to touch elbows and wrists, but the journey is important, not the destination. So go ahead and just be kind to yourself if this is your first time doing this, that your elbows and your wrists might not touch, and that's totally fine. We also want to be aware of our spinal alignment here while we're doing this movement. So don't get yourself all crunched up. If that doesn't feel natural for your elbows and wrists to touch, then that's not natural for you. And just work with that intention instead of that destination. All right, we'll do 2 more here. Good. And then we're going to try going around the opposite way. So wrists and then elbows, wrists, elbows, wrists, elbows. Starting to build some strength and heat in the upper body and getting the shoulders nice and warm. Checking in with that breath. If the arms aren't coming with, that's totally fine. You can just work the shoulders here. All right, let's do 2 more. All right, very nice. Go ahead and let the hands come back to the thighs and check in with that breath. Check in with that intention if you'd like to. All right, so we're going to move into some broader, bigger movements. So we're going to be getting big here intentionally. And then we're going to work on some compression, so expansion and compression. So if you need to get some space for yourself here, this is where we're going to be utilizing that space. So let's go ahead and bring the arms around in some of these larger movements. Getting expressive, getting expansive. Again, yours might look different, but everybody's doing their own thing in their own body. Using that breath here, continuing to breathe. Let's go 2 more this direction. And then let's bring it the other way. So bring it around the other way. So expansion here, getting big. This is our time to get big. Right here, embrace that mentality. Sometimes we don't like to embrace the mentality of getting big. This is where we embrace that mentality. Bringing it around 2 more times. And then we're going to bring it in, hug yourself. Here we're doing compression. So we go from expansion to compression. So here we're hugging in the body, the shoulders, the spine here is in alignment. The chin can be slightly down. Checking in with that breath. And let's try the other wrapping of the arms. So we're going to bring it out expand, open the chest, and bring it around the other way, hugging yourself with the other arm on top. Spine is in alignment. Breath is continuing throughout all the movements. Sending love to yourself, now and always. All right, so we're gonna try some eagle now. And so if the eagle arms don't work for you, this arm arrangement can be an alternative. Okay, so let's go ahead and expand. And then we're gonna bring the right arm under the left. And we're gonna try to come around so that the palms touch. And if that does not work for you, go to your shoulders. All right, so let's go ahead and bring so this is compression, right? We're bringing everything in. So try and bring the belly button in towards the spine here to engage the core. And now we're gonna start to just lower the upper body to bring everything in a nice compression here. If that's a good choice for your body today. You can even rest your elbows on your thighs, bringing everything in nice and tight. And then we'll gently bring everything back up. And expand, release. We're going to do the opposite arms here. So left arm coming under the right. Maybe wrapping around so that the palms touch. If that doesn't work for you, you can always just hug your shoulders. Okay, bringing in all that energy and sealing it in with this compression. Starting to bring the upper body down, belly button in towards spine. Resting the elbows on the thighs if that's an option. Breathing. And then slowly, gently bringing it all back up. And we're going to expand and bring the arms back down to the sides. So we're going to try that arm movement of eagle again, but we're going to bring the legs into it this time. So this is where you might want to grab that dish towel if you need it. We're going to try, if it's available to you today, crossing one leg over the other. If you want to get super fancy, you can even try to cross that foot behind. That's a seated eagle, either way. Or if that doesn't work, then that first option that we just practiced with both feet grounded is also there. So all those choices for you. And we're going to be crossing the same leg that we put under when we put like the left arm under the right. We'll be crossing the left leg. All right, so let's try that. Go ahead and expand the arms. You're gonna cross the left leg over the right if that's a good choice. Left arm comes under, wrap it around. If you'd like that super wrap, you can bring that foot behind the right leg. And we're gonna bring it all into a super sweet compression here. Breathing, belly button comes in towards spine. And we compress everything down. We distill everything, all the energy in the body getting sealed in and squeezed. And a couple more breaths here. We'll let it all go. Go ahead and bring the upper body up, unwrap everything. Wide expression, wide arms, wide knees. Let it all go and come back, hands to the thighs and breathe. Noticing any sensation here, maybe allowing the body to decompress from that compression. So like shoulder blades sinking down the back kind of thing. If you need any water, some of these Compression movements can make us a little thirsty. So make sure you're taking care of yourself throughout the practice. And then we're going to try the other, so the right arm going under. I'm sorry, I think I just did the right, left. The other way. Whatever you did last time, you're doing the other way, okay? So go ahead and cross over whatever you did last time. Do it the other way. Bring your arms around, wrap it in. If you want to wrap that foot, that extra little wrap, that's always an option. If this arm placement isn't working for you, you can always come to shoulders, bringing it all in, sealing it all in, belly button in towards spine. Start to bring the upper body towards the lower body, squeezing. One side might feel different than the other. That's completely normal. Finding what works for you and breathing here, compressing everything down, distilling it down, getting to the essence, getting to the present moment and breathing into it. A couple more breaths here. And release, let it all go. Unwind, expand. And bring the hands back to the thighs and check in here. Coming back to the present moment if you've wandered off. Bringing your mind back to that intention if you made one. All right, and from here, we're going to move the upper body around in some circles. Noticing any sensations that are happening here. We'll do 2 more this direction and then we'll switch. All right, let's go ahead and change direction as you're ready. Two more here. All right. And then coming to that comfortable seated position with the spine in alignment. Noticing any sensations here. If that made you a little bit dizzy, coming back, grounding yourself in the present moment. And then we're going to start to do some reaching and leaning. So let's start with the left arm. So go ahead and raise the left arm. Feel that nice stretch all along the side body. Lift up here. The shoulder can come down the back, but you're reaching up. You're lifting up. And then lean. If you'd like to add a slight twist here, open the heart to the ceiling and the left arm comes down. We'll do the same thing on the right. Raise the arm, shoulder blade stays down the back, but we lift the upper body, lean, and open the heart and let it go. And we'll kind of come into a flow here, doing all those little steps. And moving with your own movement and your own breath. At your own pace, using your breath. Coming into a flow. So as I am kind of picking my upper body up for that lift, with my shoulder blade still coming down the back, what helps make that lift happen is the engagement of the core. So as I raise my arm, I bring my body up by tightening the core. I'm not trying to bring the arm out of the socket, trying to keep the arm right in that socket, shoulder down the back. But I use my core to bring my upper body up a little bit. So a few more times here. Don't forget to breathe. Everybody's doing awesome. Let's do one more time each side. Last time on this side. Last side, I should say. All right, hands coming to the thighs and check in. All right, from here, so we've done upper body circles and we've done a lot of shoulder work. So from here, we're gonna make our arm into a big circle, okay? So hands are coming to touch and the arm is making like as if we have a beach ball. And we're gonna take that circle up and around. So we're incorporating all the things. We're bringing our arms with us and our upper body around. Should feel good sensations here. It really is hitting on a lot of different things. So you might feel something in the back, in the shoulders, on the obliques, the side body here. The core is working here. So all the things are firing here, all the combination of the movements we've done are coming together. So we'll do one more this direction. And let's take it around the other way. Nice work, everybody. Checking in with that breath. One breath, one movement here. And one more time around here. And let's all have our circle come to the top and let it go. Exhale. Bring your hands back to the thighs and check in with the breath. Check in with that intention. Check in with the body. Noticing any sensations here. Come back to the present moment if you've wandered off. From here, we're going to do some footwork. So we're going to start by just bringing those heels around. I did an African dance class yesterday, barefoot, on the ground. It was just outside because of COVID. And it just made me think about how important making sure to warm up all those joints and all the connecting bones in the feet are, because when you walk on uneven ground or try to dance on uneven ground, that can really be a challenge for the feet. So when we're warming up for any activity or just participating in any activity, really good to get that incorporation of the feet here. Let's bring those heels around the other way. So as you're doing this, you're maybe feeling some stretch of the toes here as you bring your heels up and around. And we're gonna lean into those toes even more in just a moment. So let's do 2 more heels coming around this way. And then go ahead and scoot forward a little bit in your chair. And you're gonna bring the heels up and lean just enough so that you can feel as you raise your heels, you can really feel those toes getting a nice little stretch. You're coming onto the ball mound of the feet, which also may, feel new and different, especially if you're like me and you never wear heels. Coming way up, those heels way up, coming into that nice stretch of the toes. A couple more here. All right, let's do 2 more. So 2 and last 1. Nice. All right, so let's point and flex. Maybe feeling some sensation down the back of the leg here in the calf. Pointing and flexing. And then bring that foot around, making a nice circle if that's available to you today. Your circle may not look like mine. That's okay. Switch your circle. Don't get yourself in a cramp. If you do, drink some water and continue to work through it if that's a good choice for your body. And flex it one last time. Tense, 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 and release it down. We'll do the other side, so point and flex.
What's for supper? After this, I'm gonna call Jenny. I'm gonna be on the phone for a few minutes.
All right, pointing and flexing. I assume that what's for supper question was not for me, so I will just continue to point and flex here. And then we will do a circle, moving around. And then maybe taking it the other way. Good, and then flex it. Tense, 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 and release, bring it back down. All right, so again, if you need the dish towel here, that is an option. If you don't want to use the dish towel, I'm going to demonstrate using my hands. So I'm going to bring up one thigh, doesn't matter which one you start with. I'm going to interlace under that thigh, and I'm going to bring that in towards the body. So compression, breathing here, just lifting and holding. And then from here, we're going to try straightening. If that's not a good choice, just you can hold here, and that's still doing a lot of the work. If you'd like to try to straighten, go ahead and extend the arms or the dish towel and try extending that leg. Breathing, using the abdominal muscles here. And when you've reached a point where you don't feel like you need to do that anymore, bringing that knee back in and then gently setting it down. Trying for the other side. One side might be different than the other. We're gonna lift the leg under the thigh or with dish towel under the leg. Bring it in, compress it in, breathe into that. Strength move here. Breath is so important. So bring it all in, then extend it out as you're able and as you desire to do that movement. Breathing into that. Maintaining that as long as you would like. And then as you're ready, bringing that back in. And then gently setting it down. All right. We're going to bring your hands back. We're not going to extend. Take that back. We're going to circle. So bring your hands back to interlace under your leg. And we're going to do circle. So hip opening circle here. Bringing that leg around. Or you're using a dish towel or some other kind of towel to extend your arms and move the leg like that. Or you're finding some other movement that feels right in this moment and that serves your body. So one more time this way, and let's switch. Bring it around the other way. And 2 more here. Okay, and then set it down. Now, notice any sensations. Breathe into that. Awareness. One side feel different? Maybe. And when you're ready, we'll try the other side. So hands interlace or towel comes under the thigh. Pick up the leg as you're ready and go ahead and circle. Breathing. Trying to let the hip release here so the arms are doing work and the leg is not dead weight, but you're not like holding your leg up really with something other than your arm strength. One more here and bringing it around the other way. Ooh, I just heard something pop on me, so know that that happens. Breathing into that. It means I got in there somehow to something that wasn't quite open. And now it's starting to open up, so yay. Wasn't painful, always good. All right, bringing it around 2 more times here. All right, and that foot comes back to rest on the ground or on a block, and we check in with the breath here. All right, so we're at the warrior part of class here, so stay with me, okay? You will have some modifications that you can make for this part, the strength building last bit of the class. You've done a great job so far. So I'm gonna move my blocks out of the way here. Move my phone a little bit over. All right, so if you had anything that was kind of in the way at your feet, you can make space, make your arrangements that you needed because we're gonna be moving our feet at this point. All right, so we're gonna do the same warrior poses that we do often in my class, which is we're coming to warrior 1, warrior 2, reverse warrior, and goddess pose. And I'll be talking you through that. So let's go ahead and turn to the right. And you're gonna wanna make sure that your knee is in alignment with your ankle here. So make sure what that looks like, it looks like when it's not in alignment is this. The heel is back here and the knee is pointing out. So we need the knee to be in alignment with the foot. We don't want the knee to go over the toes. So if you can't see your toes, bring your knee back, okay? The left leg is going to be bent here in a low lunge, a lunge movement here with the support of the chair, or that leg can extend, right? And we're in a supported lunge with the left leg fully extended and trying to come out straight behind us. Either of those work. So from here, we're gonna bring the arms up, and this is our warrior 1. If this arm position doesn't work for you, bring your hands to goalpost arms, and that allows the shoulders to stay down the back. If your shoulders can stay down the back as you extend the arms, then do that, okay? So warrior 1 here, breathing, getting stronger, noticing any sensations, building heat in the body. And from here we go to warrior 2. The right arm is in front, the left arm extends behind us. We look over the right arm, building heat, building strength. Try not to lock out the elbows here. Keep that micro bend, a small bend in the elbows. For reverse warrior, the left hand is going to come down to the left leg. The right arm is going to reach. And we arch back just ever so slightly with the belly button coming in towards the spine. So making sure the form is good. The form is more important than the shape here. So breathing into that. Then coming back to warrior two, staying with it, breathing. I know it's hard. And from here, we'll sweep with the left arm forward. Both arms come up, warrior one. Or if your arms are at goalpost, that's fine too. And that's where we're all gonna go with the arms, because we're gonna turn and we're in that wide, expansive goddess pose here. So arms are at goalposts, shoulder blades coming down the back. Knees are wide, feet are firm in the ground. If you feel grounded and secure enough, you could take a little lift off the chair here in a supported squat. Okay, totally up to you. You could stay on the chair. All right, so goddess pose. And from goddess pose, we transition the other direction. So for you, this could look like the left knee is in alignment, right? Not going over the toes. The right leg might be bent, so this space is shortened. That might generate some stability for you if you're not feeling stable and doing like a more expanded lunge. If you want the more expanded lunge, that right leg is coming behind, and we're really just sitting on the very little edge of the chair here, okay? And from here, the arms come up on either side of the ears for warrior one, or if you need to do goalpost arms, feel free to take those goalpost arms, that's always available. So warrior one, gathering strength, belly button in towards spine, breathing. And from here, transitioning to warrior two, left arm is in front this time. Micro bend in the elbows, looking towards the left hand. Breathing. And then to reverse warrior, the right hand comes to the back leg, left arm reaches, arching back slightly, supporting the lower back with the belly button in towards the spine, engaging the core. Breathing. Warrior two. Right arm sweeps. If you're shaking, that's not a bad thing. That means you're building strength. Both arms back to warrior one. Biceps by the ears, shoulder blades down the back. And from here, we transition to goddess. Coming to center. If you'd like to take that goddess pose up off the chair, that's an option. You know that chair is right there for you. It's also totally fine not to take it up off the chair. It's just whatever works for you today and what's a good choice for your body. So if you've gotten up off the chair, go ahead and sit back down. We're gonna go through one more time. Stay with me, breathe. We're gonna take it more in a flow, so a little bit faster, okay? So turning, transitioning, whatever version of warrior one you want, you know your options here. Warrior one, warrior two, breathing, moving in a flow, reverse warrior, warrior two, back to warrior one, back to goddess. Nice work, everybody, taking it the other direction. Warrior one, warrior two, reverse warrior, warrior two, warrior one, and goddess. Very nice. Good job, everybody. All right. So we're going to close out our practice with a progressive relaxation technique, and then I'm going to let you go. You have worked very hard, and I appreciate you so much. So let's have a strong finish here. Go ahead and come back to comfortable seated position. Shake it off, what's ever happened during the class. We're going to close it out here. So we're going to do some progressive body relaxation, which is where we tense and release. So I'm going to cue you to tense certain body parts. And the idea here is that we're focusing on different parts of the body. So we're becoming more aware of the separate parts. So it's not just the whole body all the time. It's actually like, focusing on the different areas, generating awareness of those different areas, and then bringing it all together with the breath. So I'm going to actually move my blocks out of the way. I'm going to ask you first to do focusing on the lower body. So you can either flex the feet or point the feet. Either way, it's going to bring tension into the legs. And we're going to bring that tension into the legs. And I'm going to say tense, tense, tense. And when I say release, I really mean release, like let it go in a dramatic way. And when I say tense, I want you to really bring in that muscle and tense it up. All right, so choose your flex or your point. I'm going to scoot back so you can see me. I'm going to choose to flex today. Flex or point, okay? So go ahead and do that flex or point, bringing the feeling of tension into the feet, into the ankles, into the calves, into the muscles around the knees, into the thighs. Squeeze, tense, 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 and release. Let it all go. All right. Now we're going to focus on the solar plexus and the core. So the center of the body. That's one of the areas where we're really trying to generate awareness about, like, what are the different pieces there? Like, where are my ribs? Where is my chest? Okay. How do I tense muscles in that area? So go ahead and bring awareness to the abdomen, the belly button coming in towards the spine. Then you're going to bring some tension into the chest and into the shoulders. The arms are pretty loose here and the legs are loose. We're only bringing it into the center of the body here. So trying to really focus into that band that occurs all the way around the abdomen and then into the solar plexus, bringing tension here now. Bring it, tense, 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 and release. Let it go. Notice any sensations. Was that new? Was that new to think about those areas of the body? Maybe, maybe not. All right. And from here, we're coming to the arms. So we're going to incorporate the hands. I'm going to start with the fingers. So go ahead and curl the fingers in, make the hand into fists. Start to bring that tension up into the forearms. So as you point your fists, your thumbs towards your forearms, you're going to start to feel that tension building. Bring it into the biceps. All tension in the arms here. Squeeze, strong arms. Bring it. Tense, 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 and release. Let it completely go. And notice any sensations here. And breathe. All right, and lastly, we're going to do the face. So we're going to bring tension into the face, and then we're going to bring it into wiping it off the tension and bringing it into the breath to close the practice here. So bringing tension into the face, one of the best ways to do that is to clench the jaw. That's a place where many of us hold tension. We don't even realize it. So I'm going to ask you to clench your jaw, scrunch up your face, furrow your brow. I know I look funny here, so squeeze, tense, 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 and release. Let it all go and start to actually wipe the tension off your face and out of your mind. So wipe away any remaining bits of tension. You could also come to close the eyes and wipe the face in that way. Some people like to warm the hands and put the hands over the eyes, any of those things. Or just having the motion of wiping the tension off the face and out of the mind, giving yourself a little bit of kindness here, maybe checking in with that intention you set. All right, and then we're gonna take some breaths here and I'm gonna let you go. So let's go ahead and take some breaths together. We're gonna take 3 breaths together. We're gonna use the arms. So go ahead and inhale and arms come up. And exhale, let it go. Lion's breath out the mouth. Bring the arms up, inhale. Lion's breath out the mouth. Last time, bring the arms up, inhale. Hands come to touch, hands come to heart center. Thank you so much, namaste. I appreciate you. It's my honor, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Thank you to the Leesburg Library and the Friends of the Library for allowing me to be here. I'd love to see you next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very good today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Ann. See you soon.
Thanks so much for being here. Everybody take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, good night.
Bye, Carol.
Hi, Mary Ann.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mom.